Let's create a journal name. They're found in the General Ledger underneath Setup, and then expand Journals and select the Journal Names form. On the Journal Names form, which you can see here, you'll notice that there are many different journal names configured in my demonstration data. You'll need to create one journal name for each type of journal that you want to create. I'll create a sample daily journal that we'll use for the purpose of bank type entries, so I'll call it Bank. In the Journal Type field, I'll select the Daily Journal because they will be created in the General Ledger Journal. Optionally, I could activate the Simple Approval or Approval workflow and select a user group to block this so that only specific users can create and post entries in that particular journal. I'll select a voucher number series to be used for this particular journal. You'll notice that this particular voucher series is not set to be continuous, so it cannot be used. I'll go ahead and select a different number sequence. And then optionally, you can mark the number allocation at posting and enter in a default document number. When you select the voucher number series, it's important to remember to select how the new voucher numbers should work. For this particular example, we'll connect it with the balance. So, every time the debits and credits in the journal balance and come to the same amount, then a new voucher number will be used. You can also select manual or one voucher number only to indicate that the entire journal should use the same voucher number. Over on the right-hand side, I'm going to fix the offset account to be a bank account. This will ensure that the user cannot change the offset account in the journal lines. I'll even link this to the correct USA operating account. You can optionally select some additional options for how the journal will be posted, such as whether or not lines should be deleted, which layer the changes should be posted to, whether or not the posting should be posted in details or summary, if fees should be kept in the same journal, and you can limit the number of lines that are allowed in the journal. You could also optionally fix the exchange rate and select a specific currency that must be used with this particular journal. At the bottom, there are two additional checkboxes to control how sales tax will work. You can indicate whether or not the amounts in the journal will include sales tax or not. You can also hide the sales tax fields on the journal entry form. This is useful in journals that should not have sales tax on them. Next, I'll show you how to configure some posting restrictions. This is done up at the top of the form by clicking Posting Restrictions. Posting restrictions will limit the number of users that can post a particular journal type. You can see here that you can select a user group or a specific user. When you select a specific user, you'll mark the checkbox next to each user that is authorized to post this particular journal. For my example, I'll select the administrator and Kevin Cook, and then click OK. On the very bottom of the form, you can optionally set some default financial dimensions. This is useful if the offset dimension should be the same across the entire journal. If this is not the case, you can leave these values blank, and then you'll be able to specify this information on each line of the journal entry.